Okay, hello everyone. Hi, this is the world that we live in now. We live in virtual gig, virtual interview world. I'm Jill Riley from the Currents Morning Show, and you can hear the Currents Morning Show 5 to 10, Monday through Friday, so I'm an early riser. And I've been having so much fun checking in with musicians all over the country and just seeing what everybody is up to. How are musicians coping with basically the halt of the music industry right now, how people are connecting with fans, and, just bringing some music to fans and being able to connect through this kind of platform, I think has just been a great coping mechanism for everyone. And I'm very happy to be here with Lissie, although we're not in the same room, but you're in your house. How are you?
I'm doing all right, given the current uncertain circumstances, but I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to focus on the things I have to be grateful for. And, it's a new normal for everyone. So I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, so I had assumed that maybe you're at home in Iowa, but I know you're not in Iowa. Where are you right now?
I am in Northern Virginia. So my boyfriend, who's from Iowa, he lives out here and actually manages a farm and has had my dog and his dog out here as I've kind of been traveling and I tour and so forth. So I was visiting him and sort of preparing a couple weeks ago to go back to Iowa to start doing some more shows. But everything, is canceled now. So I decided to stay here. And we'll be here for the foreseeable future. So I've been doing a lot of concerts in his kitchen while he's like growing food at the farm.
What's it been like to interact with your fans right now as, you've been performing virtually?
It's been really nice. I feel really fortunate that like the people that like me seem to be just so supportive of me. I don't get like a lot of trolls. I'm not like the kind of I'm not a controversial artist or anything. So I
Uh-huh.
think the people who pay attention to what I'm doing are just really kind and supportive. So it's actually been really, really heartwarming. I have gone live a few times on Instagram to do some shows and have been relearning my old songs. I mean, this is the best situation for me to finally relearn my old songs that I have been like just procrastinating to remember how to play.
Mhm.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot of Instagram live because I know these are financially challenging times for people. So I'm trying to make sure I keep some things, free and am here to be a distraction slash comfort or entertainment. But I also did a ticketed concert over the weekend and like 1,000 people got tickets and I made it to where you could pay $5, you could pay $30, it was sort of whatever you can afford. Plus I've been going live to do like free rehearsals. So people who don't have $5 still can like get some sort of content to sort of keep them company. So yeah, my fan base has been wonderful and it's been really fun to get to like talk to people. It's really unprecedented. I don't know. I mean, it's forced us all to think differently and so far it's been really, I think, shown like the resiliency of the human spirit and how great it is that we can stay connected. So
Yeah, I think, when you're so used to being busy and being creative and then having all of that come to a stop, the creativity doesn't have to come to a stop. And the way that you connect with your fans in a creative way doesn't have to come to a stop. But I imagine you had this feeling of, well, what do I do now? I mean, what do I do now?
I mean, it's weird because I have been touring like so hardcore for so long that this was actually my year to take it easy. So I kind of picked a good time. How could I have known?
Hmm.
I just worked out that I didn't really have any tours booked. I was going to play in Rochester. I was going to play in Chicago. I was going to be playing in Minneapolis in April, and all of that's rescheduled. So for me, I was already sort of planning on, trying to like do yoga and ride my bike. And so it's sort of now it's like, well, here you have this stretch of time to do all those things that you said you were going to do. So for me personally, not too much has been affected yet. I was already sort of hunkering down. Like I started some seeds I have a garden here at my boyfriend's. He built me some beds because I love to garden at home in Iowa. So yes, it's humbling that my plans are all sort of postponed, but I've been focusing on like, oh, what cold tolerant seeds can I get in the earth, and what herbs can be outside, and what needs to stay inside until frost is over, and just learning about stuff that I find interesting, is is a good place to funnel that creative energy.
So you've been interacting with your fans, and you're kind of taking that to another level with making a music video. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So my album Castles came out 2 years ago, and there's a song on it called Peace. It's like I just want to feel peace, please. It's sort of this like plea to the universe of like wanting to feel this, inner calm or this peace. And it wasn't like a hit or anything. So unless people really were into that album, they maybe don't even know that song. But I've always loved that song. So in these kind of heavy times, I was revisiting that song. And had reached out to a director friend of mine who I do a lot of videos with. And I'm like, I would love to do some kind of video to this song now that we have all of this time to like kind of be collaborating remotely. And he came up with this idea, like, why don't you just reach out to everybody and have them send you videos of what they're doing while they're quarantining, or the essential workers, the hospital workers, the people who are growing our food and running our stores that are still putting themselves in harm's way, really, who I'm so grateful to. That anyone who, what's your experience like through all of this, whether you're eating a bowl of spaghetti or like having a nervous meltdown or playing with your dog or teaching your kids how to play the piano, or, like, what's your reality? So we had asked people to submit videos, and he will edit them into some final kind of montage of humanity. And I just thought, what a beautiful thing if we can create something collectively, remotely, to be able to look at hopefully in the future when this is all past, and know how we got through this together. I just thought that'd be a beautiful thing. So yes, if people look on my Facebook or my Instagram, there's a link to this Dropbox and instructions on how to upload a video of what you're up to. And it doesn't have to be funny. It can be heartbreaking, whatever your reality is. Upload it to this Dropbox link that you find on my socials, and then we'll, in a few weeks, have like a video to share.
Yeah. What a way to capture spring of 2020, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, hi, everyone. I'm chatting with Lissie, and it's been really fun to catch up and again talk with musicians on the local scene, Midwestern scene, all across the nation. And as long as we're chatting and you've got a guitar in your hand, what do you think? How about some music?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
This is an unreleased song that I wrote about 12 years ago. The night has to come. This much I know as the light fades out. The wind begins to blow, and I am alone and will forever be just me, just me, just me. Silence full of everything, silence full of truth. Life is happening. Oh, old age and youth, if I can love you my way, then that's all I can do. And I do, I do. Past is behind me, the future don't exist. The night is inside of me, and I must live with it. And there's a longing inside me, big as the ocean, about to carry me away and wash me over clean. And I see it in my dreams, and I know that it's coming. But when, oh when, oh when, 'cause the past is behind me, the future don't exist. The night is inside of me, and I must live with it. And don't you think I know by do when all that wisdom is up and down, open up and let it through, because the past is behind me, the future don't exist, the night is inside of me, and I must live with it. The light has to come. This much I know as the city wakes up. The sky begins to glow, and still I am alone, but I'm never lonely, 'cause it's me, just me, and the past is behind me. The future don't exist, but light is inside of me. I must live with it all, and I must live with it. I must live with it. All right, that one's called This Much I Know. I'm gonna play you one of my first breakout songs. I believe The Current played it a lot, and I'm fortunate that I get to spend a ton of time in the Twin Cities, and I feel like I have a lot to thank this song for. It's called When I'm Alone. I turned my back, you were gone in a flash like you always do. You always gone off somewhere. So in the morning, and I thought it was you, and I smelled like a kid who just got out of school. But it's always never you, never you. I scream like a child in my inside. Oh, and when I'm alone with you, and you let me feel, and you let me feel. When I'm alone with you, and you are the one, you are. And when I reach out now and they grab air and they kill me, to think that you never did care, and it's hopeless. You always around, how somewhere else. I throw in a tantrum. Why you said you felt down, and when I'm alone with you, and you let me feel, and you let me feel. When I'm alone with you, and you are the one, you are. Now I'm alone with you, you let me feel, yeah, you let me be. When I'm alone with you, are the one, and you are. I need home when you're around. Hey. Next time you leave, don't go without. Hey, no, don't go. No, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you let me feel, you let me feel. And when I'm alone with you, you are the one, you are the one. And when I'm alone with you, and you let I'm not blasting your ears. I'm using my old laptop speakers here, and I've got a squeaky chair, but
You sound great. You sound great.
I'm trying to like back up when I belt. So I do a lot of covers, and I've done a couple Fleetwood Mac covers over the years. So I'm going to do a little out of tune, but there's only 2 chords in this song. This is my cover of Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness. It's like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. Yeah, what you had and what you lost. Oh, and thunder only happens when it's raining. And players only love you when they're playing. I said, oh, when they will come and they will go. And when the rain washes you clean, you know. Yeah, you will know. Now here I go again. I see the crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And well, have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, it's like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. Yeah, what you had and what you lost. Oh, and thunder only happens when it's raining. And players only love you when they're playing. I said, oh, women, they will call and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. Oh, and the thunder only happens when it's raining. And players only love you when they're playing. I said, oh, women, yeah, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You will know. Oh, yeah, you will know. And you will know.
I love that record. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I love Rumors. I love Fleetwood Mac.
Too.
God, that was timed perfect. You know, I was just thinking about, you know, records that I want to revisit while I'm spending time at home. I've got all these records on the shelf and it's just hard to make time to listen to them, but now we have the time, right? Again, it's kind of finding the silver lining and finding the things to be grateful for. And I'm super, super appreciative of you taking some time to share music with the current audience. And again, and not only that, but you're helping us kick off our basically the current live virtual sessions. So you're our first one.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I am
Yeah.
honored that you guys have been like just so good to me. So thank you. Anything you need, anytime, I'm on it. I'm there.
Excellent. Well, can't wait to see you back in the Twin Cities. You know, we'll get back I think a new regular kind of life eventually. So until then, you know, I just wish you the best and best of luck with your seedlings and everything that you're
Yeah.
doing to hang out and, you know, connect with your fans, and the things that you're doing are really appreciated. I wonder if we could get just one more song from you, and then we'll let you go. Thank you again.
Yes, I'm like, oh, my guitar's out of tune. This is my boyfriend's guitar that I'm borrowing, and I don't have a tuner, or I'm just using my phone. So if I'm out of tune, I apologize, but we're just gonna have to roll with it.
Yeah, we're close. We're close.
My pleasure. Well, thank you so much again, and good luck with this, and stay safe and healthy, everybody. Stay home if you can. We'll get through this thing. I think I might stand up for this one, if that's okay. Kick this chair out of the way. Here we go. And I'll fall on my knees. Tell me how's the way to be. Tell me how's the way to go. Tell me all that I should know. And I'll fall on my knees. Tell me how's the way to go. Tell me how's the way to be. To evoke some empathy. And angels follow me now everywhere I go. And angels will call on me and take me to my home, where this child mind just wants to be led home. And I'll fall on my knees. Tell me how's the way to go. Tell me how's the way to see. Show me all that I can be. And I'll fall on my knees and tell me how's the way to be. Yeah, tell me how's the way to go. Tell me where I feel so low. And angels follow me now everywhere I go. And angels will call on me and take me to my home, where these tired eyes just want to remain closed. I don't see clearly, and I can't feel nothing. No, well, can you help me? And I'll fall on my knees. Call on me now, lead me to thy home. In my home, oh, oh.
Excellent. I'm glad you stood up for that one so you could fill up the room and fill up the space there.
Yeah, I just didn't want to blast anyone's eardrums. So yeah, thanks again for having me, and good luck with this. I'll be watching.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Lissie. Take care.
Yeah, you take care.
Okay.
Stay safe. Thanks so much.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.